Gentlemen, welcome to the Nutbois podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nutbois
We cannot
podcast.
open it with the Nutbois podcast.
I mean, that's the channel that's going on.
Welcome to Bourbon the Kid Talk.
Welcome to the Nutbois podcast. If you'll remember last episode, we murdered all of the other characters except for Penguin and myself. They were
You want me to just introduce the podcast? Or you're gonna keep this joke going?
I had like a whole idea for a spiel in my head, but I kind of forgot half of what I was supposed to say. So it was gonna be some epic tale about how they were caught in the crossfire of some war or whatever. But I'm too incompetent to remember that.
What war do you expect Gary to fight?
Uh,
Gary's the man you go to war with and he runs away.
What are you talking about, dude? Gary's pretty swole.
Gary runs away. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, today I am drinking Celestial Seasonings chamomile tea with 2 teaspoons of honey.
Man,
What do you?
I'm playing Destiny 2 because it's free on Steam. It's a shitty game. Don't get it. Although it's worth it if you can get it for free.
Is it still free, or is it like a limited time thing?
No, it's free, like permanently. It went free to play, so it's pretty good.
Oh,
It's a good game if it's free because it's just a bunch of grinding.
yeah, I might.
If you have to, can you run it?
I'm sure I could run it.
On low settings? It's gonna look like an 8-bit platformer because you have to remove so many of the graphics.
Just like go into the console commands and set graphics to false.
Yeah. Just ask the roaches to draw every scene for you as you play through it. No one's gonna get any of these in jokes, by the way.
We're less than 3 minutes in, and there's already a joke no one's gonna understand.
There's like 3.
Were there?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're bad at podcasts.
Long story short, Ike's poor. He's got roaches living in his place.
Yeah. I used to have roaches living in my microwave, but eventually they broke the microwave, so we threw it away.
Yeah, and now there's probably still roaches in the house.
Oh yeah, no, everywhere. It's gotten to the point where I can't stand still without roaches, like for too long, without roaches crawling at me.
Ike, you need to move.
You think, Penguin? I don't live here on purpose.
Yeah, but you live there, period.
It's not my fault. It's Obama's. It's the economy.
I don't think we can make that joke.
Why not?
I don't know. Probably we can make that joke, actually. Isn't it Trump's economy, though, when it's bad?
No,
But that's how the internet works.
No, Obama is the Antichrist. Remember?
Oh. Okay. Is he?
He is the cause for everything bad in America. Also, he's...
I mean, I don't want to go that far. He's done some asshole things, but he was not the cause for everything bad in America.
I'm parroting the standard Republican from that time. Not the standard Republican, but like the far-right Republican during that time.
Oh.
I used a shitty spoon to stir my tea.
Oh. Aren't all your spoons shitty?
No, we got some nice spoons.
Oh, you got nice spoons, but you can't have a nice house?
No, see, we're poor because we spend all our money on spoons.
Oh, okay. This makes sense now. I get the full context for this. Makes perfect sense now. I'm getting stalked by robots right now in Destiny.
Actually, my father was a spoon dealer back in the day.
Oh, I thought he was a drug dealer.
He was both.
Oh, that makes sense actually. So he dealt crack.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna?
Yeah, you can't deal crack without having silver spoons, right?
Yeah. It's like it's a one-stop shop. You get
Yeah, nice spoons and nice crack. Got it. Makes perfect sense.
So we didn't have any topics prepared for this video.
Oh, I mean, we can talk about stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Actually, I might go into...
China's trying to censor the world.
I might go into the old Google Docs and see if any of the topics are like stuff we can still talk about.
Nothing. None of them are relevant. They're from like 2 months ago.
It's from longer than that, Penguin. We haven't done this podcast in a while.
I'm pretty sure it's only been like 2 months.
No, it's been like 4 months.
Oh, man, it's been a long ass time.
And by the time this video goes up, it's gonna have been like 7 months.
Yeah. The podcast you forced me to record that I had to do all the work for didn't even go
What do
up.
you mean you had to do all the work for it,
I
Penguin?
had to press play and then press stop. Like, you know how hard that is as a penguin? You know how hard it is to press the buttons?
How hard is it to press the buttons, Penguin?
Very hard. I got one big flipper. It's hard to do two specific clicks. Sometimes you click sometimes you try to right click and you left click because it's got big flippers. It's very difficult.
I think I forgot the password to the SoundCloud,
Oh,
to the Nutbois SoundCloud.
you forgot the password to the Nutbois SoundCloud? I mean, it's not the worst password in the world you could have forgot.
Oh no, not my SoundCloud.
Yeah, not the Nutboy SoundCloud. If you forgot the password to YouTube channel, you may have saved someone's life. I'll be here all night, folks.
Penguin, what's your favorite kind of tea?
My favorite kind of tea,
Yeah, what's your favorite tea?
sweet tea, because I'm a fat American who doesn't drink tea.
Ah. Good choice, good choice.
Yeah.
That's
What's your favorite kind of tea?
I am really fond of green tea. I like green tea.
Oh. I have a question for you about the tea and everything else and your fake British accents that sometimes you put on.
What do you... How do you go from I like tea to... Okay, never mind. Go on.
Do you want to be British just because they appear like they're wealthy? And it just goes back to the fact that you're poor.
I don't think that's a British stereotype, Penguin. I don't think that's like a thing that all British
I don't
people
know.
are
Them
wealthy.
being posh and wealthy is pretty big British
Them
stereotype.
being posh and like pretentious is a thing, but I don't think them just generally being wealthy is a stereotype. Just because like,
What do you mean?
if everyone in a nation is wealthy, then no one is wealthy.
Unless you're watching EastEnders, it looks like every British person's wealthy.
Not really. I mean, like,
Yeah. And even if you're poor in Britain, at least you get a cool accent. If you're poor in America, all you get is a shitty neighborhood full of roaches.
I don't really like the Cockney accent that much. Sorry to anyone from Cockney listening in.
And then if you're poor and white in America, all you get is your Democratic candidate making fun of you.
Also, green tea isn't something they drink in the UK usually. I don't think so, at least.
Not really.
I think that's like specifically just a tea drinkers thing. At least in the West. I know in the East it's a lot bigger, but
Oh yeah, you have an obsession with Japan too. You have an obsession with all these like fancy like countries.
I don't. They're not.
I think this
I don't think fancy is the right word to use.
for Japan.
I don't. I like places that aren't America.
Oh, you want me to buy you a samurai sword for when you go to Japan?
I don't.
I don't want you to get
You don't-
challenging to.
I don't think you can legally have samurai swords in Japan.
No, there was a law
Because
passed
it's a
that you
weapon.
can't carry them anymore. No, there was like back in the 1860s, they passed a law that said you can't carry them. I'm just watching out for you. I don't want you to get challenged to a duel in the middle of the street and not be prepared.
Uh-huh.
That still happens in Japan. Places like crazy. They still have the houses with the little like, the little like tile roofs that the ninjas ran across. Same thing. Yeah, they still got all that stuff. There's still a blacksmith. There's still a crazy samurai guy.
Yep.
There's still a big shogun patting his belly, being like, ho, 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 ho. This is exactly how Japan is still to this day.
I feel like we were the two shittest people to do this podcast alone.
What do you mean? We're great. What do you want to talk about? We could talk about China. China's in the news.
Yeah, let's talk about China. Let's talk about the Blizzard thing, and also the everything else thing.
Okay, you want to preference this? You know
Uh,
what? No, I'll preference the China stuff. Here's the China story. People finally found out China's a shitty country. The end.
this just in: China is a shitty country. The end.
Yeah, they censor everything. People are just finding this out now since freaking Hong Kong's like, since they're trying to take Hong Kong back because they're like Hong Kong is ours and they're like no, Hong Kong's an individual is its own country, China, and they're like no, it's ours. And it's like no, China, they're its own country, and they're like no, it's ours. And then they're like okay,
I
China.
mean, isn't Hong Kong like technically owned by China?
No, they got independence.
They were acquired by China. They were like originally a British colony, and then they were acquired by China in the 90s or something.
I thought they got independence later on.
I don't think so.
And they're either fighting for independence or they got independence. So they're either ballers or they're assholes.
What's the
They're either ballers or they're actually I should rephrase that. They're either ballers or broke ass. We'll figure out.
Yeah, no, uh a one country two systems policy in place, so that like Hong Kong
Oh,
is still owned by China, but they have all like the democratic freedoms and that.
oh, they're basically their own people then. They got democracy, which means they're a better country than like half the world.
Yeah, but then there's also like they're still at the mercy of China. So if China wants to like impose a bunch of regulations on them, they can do that. Because like honestly, if China decides to like if China decides to do something like that, who's gonna stop them? Like
I mean,
if Xi Jinping really got it in his head that he wanted that to happen, like I don't think a
you
bunch
mean
of
Winnie the
protesters
Pooh?
in the street. Yeah, yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, that man's had too many jars of honey.
Do you think Xi Jinping gets his honey from like the grocery store? Or do you think he gets it locally sourced?
No, he only gets it from Chinese communist bees.
Oh, does he have his own
Yeah.
bee farm?
Yeah, they're Chinese and they're communists and they're bees. They're like glory to China, and then they deliver him his honey.
Oh yeah, you excited for BlizzCon?
They, I mean, BlizzCon's gonna be a shit show.
Mm-hmm. Also, for
I'm
anyone
not.
watching this in the future, people don't like Blizzard right now. They banned they banned a professional Hearthstone player and took away his prize earnings because he said something on a stream, which roughly
Yeah,
translated to "Free Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Age," and now
yeah,
people aren't really
yeah,
liking Blizzard right now.
yeah. Because they banned him and banned his whole account, and now he can't play Pro Hearthstone anymore.
Mm-hmm. They did eventually
Yeah,
give him his
I
prize
want
money
to
back.
go. I want to go to BlizzCon this year. It'd be fun to fucking BlizzCon to go. I guarantee you, there's riots. Okay, there's probably I can't guarantee riots, but I guarantee you, without a shadow of doubt, there will be a protest, and I guarantee you that protest may be violent. So it'd be a great year to go to BlizzCon. I've always wanted to punch a Blizzard developer in the face.
I wonder if you get a Minecraft cape for going.
You get a China's number one
it's just
sticker for going.
it's just the Chinese flag. They just give you a Chinese flag for going.
They give you a Chinese flag, and at the end of BlizzCon, you're told to say "Glory to Winnie the Pooh." It, tickets are two buckets of honey for an all week pass. The funny thing is, I don't even know what they're gonna release at
Hey,
BlizzCon.
Ike, where's my Jimmy the Snake 2?
Oh shit! I guess we got Travis here now.
We
you
got
gotta-
Ike goes, I write scenes on tragedy.
Yeah, you gotta make
No, we got Jimmy.
you gotta make Jimmy the Snake 2 now. You have no
Yeah.
choices.
Hey,
And then you gotta stop there because you're a Valve fan.
hey, Travis,
Yes.
you want to know something?
What?
You're on the podcast right now.
Oh shoot! Hell yeah! I'm on the podcast.
I
All
made
right,
it
now
on.
this is the part of the podcast.
I made
game.
it on the bourbon, the twerp.
So everyone. Oh shit, he's gone now.
Yeah,
Oh, that was Dravis, not Gazi.
that was Travis from the greatest server in the world, the Nutbois.
Yep. Not in the podcast though.
Oh,
Nope.
mm,
Yeah, I remember he we asked him if he wanted to be on and he said no. And that made
oh,
everyone sad.
yeah, that's what happened. No one wants to be on the podcast.
I want to be on the podcast.
It's also kind of weird because we canceled the podcast after like.
What are you talking about? We're recording an episode right now.
This isn't the podcast though. This is Bird and the Twerp.
It's going up. It's going up as Nutboys podcast too.
No, it's going up as Bird and the Twerp.
Okay, well, I have the
I
login.
came up with that great name. We're using it.
Okay, how about this? Nutboys podcast episode 2, subtitled Bird and the Twerp.
I mean, I can live with that.
All right. Also,
Second
apparently,
subtitle: We talk about China.
Apparently, the Nutboys official YouTube channel has a liked videos playlist with one video on it.
Did you guys set that up?
I didn't set it up.
Wait, what one liked video is on there?
How to?
What video did we like?
Oh, I think this one was me.
Oh, this was you.
Yeah, I think I like wanted to like this video before, like I had forgotten I was in the Nutboys channel, and I liked the
Oh.
video. It is how to skip 2B2TQ still working 2019, and it's just some dickhead telling you to like open up your PC and take the RAM out while you're waiting in the queue.
Oh,
I'm leaving that as a liked video.
man, I'm glad our one liked video is from some random dude
Mm-hmm.
that you don't even know the YouTube name of.
Or it's probably something generic like Tech Core or something.
Yeah, Tech Apocalypse. Actually, that's a pretty cool name. He's probably not that clever. It's not giving that much credit. Is it? So I'm doing a mission in Destiny where you chase black people and close big black portals.
Please don't elaborate. That is all the context we need.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't gonna elaborate. Yeah. So, what else is in the news? Any other big controversies? Big stories?
I mean, I only know the Blizzard thing.
Oh, I mean, it is the biggest news come out today. The NBA commented on it, and then they commented again. The NBA were like, "Hey guys, we're not gonna. Hey guys, we're gonna support China."
Okay, can someone Photoshop all the big CEOs like licking Xi Jinping's boots?
Why don't you do that, Photoshop?
I'm not good at Photoshop.
Maybe you need to learn. Your YouTube thumbnails could use some work.
I'm not gonna learn Photoshop for the sake of a meme.
You know, but you could do it for the sake of your YouTube thumbnail.
I don't need YouTube thumbnails. I just need a heart.
You just need tier list videos.
That's gonna be my legacy. I fucking hate
Ice
that.
Legacy is a GameCube controller tier list video. You can go watch it in the link in the description.
It's gonna be one of those videos that gets like 1 million views 10 years from now. Oh,
Yeah, and then you'll be famous for just making a GameCube controller tier
Don't
list.
tell me this fucking.
Your kids are gonna like win the Nobel Prize. You're gonna like win some
Why are
like
my,
big
why are my
award.
kids gonna win the Nobel Prize?
Because you're not gonna win the Nobel Prize. Neither of us are. We're both too stupid.
Oh, okay.
Don't even argue with me on that one. You're saying either of us are smart enough to win the Nobel Prize? I can barely spell Nobel Prize. Like,
Spelled N-O-hyphen-B-E-L-L.
oh, then I was right. Good to know.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was spelled like Noblew. Prezzezezze.
That's a Nobel Prize.
What? That's Nobel Prize. All the E's are silent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, I told you.
So, how do you spell no?
Don't even ask me how you spell shit. Like, this is the long
It's a
thing.
two-letter word.
I got
It's a two-letter word, Penguin. How do you spell no?
I got last place in my elementary
Just
spelling
answer
bee.
the question, all right? I'm setting up a joke. Just spell no. I'm not. I'm setting up like a topic. Spell it.
Okay. N-O?
Mm-hmm. So it would stand to reason that to spell note, it would be N-O-T, right?
Yeah.
So why isn't it spelled N-O-T?
Because some fancy ass decided it wasn't.
Precisely. So I think we should go over to that fancy
So,
ass's house, right? And beat him up.
And beat his shit in?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I'm for this plan. We're going to have to beat, like, his kids up, though, because I'm pretty sure he's not alive. But we can do this. I am for this plan.
All right, let's go. Let's go beat up his great-grandchildren.
Okay, in the podcast, we're gonna go beat the shit out of the guy who spelled no.
Ladies and gentlemen, $500 on the Nutbois Patreon, and we will go film ourselves beating up the children, the great-great-grandchildren of John English.
Wait, pause for a second. You have to actually legally live up to your Patreon goals now, because so many people fucked it up.
Okay, full disclaimer, we're not actually going to do that. It's a joke.
Thank you, Mike.
Just just avoided some legal trouble there. Like an
Yeah.
absolute legal boy.
Yo, White, where's my Jimmy the Snake? Ooh.
Man, you're gonna have to make Jimmy the Snake 2 at this point. Unless you cut all those Jimmy the Snake mentions out.
Yeah. I guess I gotta make Jimmy the Snake too now.
We'll link Jimmy the Snake
For
also.
context, ladies and gentlemen watching at home,
I thought you ended.
We're recording. What?
I thought you ended.
No, we're still going.
You did the outro.
No, I didn't do the outro. What do you mean?
You just did an outro.
What?
I'm sorry, guys. Here's my outro. Now, Penguin, let's talk about the next topic.
I didn't do an outro.
You
What do you
did.
mean? What was my outro?
You did a Patreon. Your Patreon joke was your outro. You also segued into an outro, so we can't continue the podcast now. We're just gonna look like assholes. We don't live up to our segues.
I never segued into an outro. What do you mean?
I segued into an outro.
Did someone fucking spike my tea? What's going on?
I segued into an outro, and you did an outro. You were gonna go beat up the guy who spelled no. Now we can't do that because we got to continue this podcast.
That was just a passing mention, not an outro. That wasn't even formatted like an outro. What do you mean?
We're gonna miss our 5:30 train to go beat the shit out of this guy.
We've still got 7 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Then we can get to do the podcast.
All right.
Let's continue the podcast while I get my shit kicked into me by black guys. Destiny.
Yep. This is the guy who I'm gonna be professionally associated with in 10 years.
Oh, don't even act like I'm the worst of us two.
Once my aspiring hip hop career gets off the ground, this is gonna be the guy that makes me canceled on Twitter.
You're still. What are you, Tekashi 6ix9ine?
No, I'm Cynical.
Oh. I mean, that's a better rap name than Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'll give you that much at least.
Mm-hmm.
At least you don't sound as much like an idiot.
Sometimes I'll just come up with rap names.
Oh. You want to hear mine?
Sure.
Flipper in your cunt.
Flipper in your. I don't like that one. That's not a very. That doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, Penguin.
It's not about rolling off the tongue, like. It's about knowing. It's about laying down the groundwork.
It's also not really great for the YouTube algorithm.
I don't play to the YouTube algorithm because I'm an outlaw.
Oh, okay.
Only losers like the GameCube controller tier list guy play to the algorithm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good thing neither of us know him. He sucks.
Yep.
Link in the description to go see Ike's video on the GameCube controller tier list.
Boy, oh boy, what I...
Can you do the actual outro now?
We've got 5
Since
minutes
we had
left.
it,
We've got 5 minutes
we have
left. Penguin.
5 minutes left.
Yeah?
Man,
We had 7 minutes left 2 minutes ago, Penguin. That's how math works.
how long is this podcast? Like 8 years?
It's 30 minutes.
Oh, maybe I lost track of time. I am beating the shit out of a wizard right now.
Uh-huh.
Because you're a wizard, Harry. Okay, last 5 minute tangent.
Make sure not to mention the game by name so we don't get sued.
Okay. Last 5 minute tangent. How many laws would you break if you actually got Harry Potter magic?
I mean, I would break all of them simultaneously.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking wizard. You gonna
I've
roast
never
me?
understood that. Like, they send people to Hogwarts and then people don't just use the magic to steal shit and fucking, like, murder people. Like, that's what I would do all the fucking time.
I mean, I wouldn't murder people for fun. I don't like murdering people.
Yeah, but you steal a bunch of shit. You, like, fucking vanish a bunch of money out of a bank.
I mean, no, Penguin, your exact words were you wouldn't use your magic to steal a bunch of shit or murder people. That's what I would be doing all of the time.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, I don't understand how those kids don't misuse that stuff. Like, all the time. Like, I'd be crafting,
Because if they do, Penguin, they lose points.
like the first big titty goth girl I saw, I'd be making a love potion right there and then.
Yeah, but then they'll lose points.
Yeah. What do you think the cure to a love potion is?
Marriage.
I always thought it was like hard dick in your mouth. It's like the world's most disappointing love potion because you can only get to like third base, but you can never get there because it wears off right when.
I mean, like just avoid fellatio, and you'll be golden.
No. Okay, new rule for love potion. The love potion wears off the moment she sees your penis. The moment you pull your penis out, the love potion wears off. It's like the worst love potion in the world. But you can
Put like a sock
can
over
always
it.
only you can always only get to third base. Could you imagine that? Like you get like the motion to a love potion, and you can only get to third base.
Uh-huh.
You're just like, damn it. Got the third base. I got some boob, and I can't even do anything. The worst thing in the world.
The minute she sees your penis, she just like projectile vomits all over the place.
Well, I'm not talking about your regular life, but okay.
My penis is probably better than yours. Fuck off.
You can't say that.
I keep mine in pristine condition. I exercise it every single day.
What? You can't say that.
Why not?
Okay, can you do the outro before we have to talk about your penis more?
Ladies and gentlemen,
'Cause
this
I
has
don't
been
feel
this has been
comfortable.
episode 2 of the Nutbois podcast. If you liked it, wait, hold on. What's the Penguin? What's the YouTuber thing you say if someone liked the video?
If you like the video, give it a thumbs down and tell us we fucking suck.
Buy our merch. Buy our merch. Buy our merch. Buy our merch.